For some people, buying an MPV is seen as a necessary evil, as they have to swap in their sporty hot hatch or sleek coupe for something with more seats and a bigger boot. Ford offered keen drivers a fig leaf with the sporty S-Max back in 2006, but it's taken another 9 years for a premium manufacturer to launch a posh people carrier. And of all the ones to do it, who'd have thought it'd be BMW to take the plunge, with this, the very much not rear-wheel drive 2 Series Grand Tourer, which is a stretched 7-seat version of the Active Tourer. Hopping inside is a slightly odd experience. It certainly looks like a BMW, everything's of the quality you'd expect of the brand, and it even smells like an expensive new car in here. But with the short bonnet and huge windscreen, you can't help but notice just how much space there is inside here, with lots of headroom especially. It's certainly light and airy, especially if you have the panoramic sunroof fitted like we do here. And our only main complaint is this really thick A-pillar, which can become a bit of a nuisance when you're going towards a roundabout or a junction, as it creates a blind spot. Trim levels are SE Sport, Luxury and M Sport, and importantly all 4 come with a screen and the iDrive infotainment system. We found this as one of the industry's best, and we particularly like the fact that you use this controller wheel to select things on the screen rather than prodding at a touchscreen, because it's a lot safer. The Grand Tourer is pricey, but all trim levels come fitted as standard with lots of kit, including sat-nav, climate control, parking sensors and even a power tailgate. The luxury trim makes things feel a little bit different in here, with a wooden effect dash, leather seats and different alloy wheels, while the M Sport version, which is expected to be popular in the UK, gets a racier look inside and out thanks to a body kit, large 18-inch wheels and sporty finishes inside. Being a BMW, there are also lots of options available if you did want to create the world's ultimate MPV. Unlike BMW's M3 or i8, the rear of this car is obviously just as important as the front, and because of that you get a fantastic amount of legroom, which is actually comparable to a 7 Series luxury saloon. It's possible because the Grand Tourer is 12 cm longer than the Active Tourer, and there are lots of handy features back here too, like these optional fold down tables which you can eat your dinner off, and the rear bench which slides forwards and backwards by up to 13 cm. 2 small seats pop up from the boot, which can just about be used by adults for short hops and should prove fine for kids. You even get cup holders back here. With them stowed, there's 560 litres of boot space behind the rear seats, expanding to 1,820 litres with them all folded flat. So it looks like a BMW, but does it feel like one on the road? Well, despite sharing quite a few parts with the latest Minis, yes, somehow BMW's engineers have managed to get in the feeling of driving luxury cars from Stuttgart. The oily weighting of this steering, the taut chassis, and the very smooth and fast gear changes from this automatic gearbox all feel suitably premium. This model is the xDrive 220D, and because it's 4-wheel drive, it feels even more assured than the standard model and can get from 0 to 62 miles an hour in an impressive 7.8 seconds. To be honest, for most people buying this kind of car, that kind of performance is probably unnecessary. But if you do live in Wales or the Scottish Highlands, then it's certainly good to have that power and all-weather grip. Whatever Grand Sport you choose, the handling is certainly very grippy and confidence-inspiring. And while this M Sport version is slightly firm over some bumps, most versions are also pretty comfortable too. For most people, the 118D with 148 horsepower should be the sweet spot in the range, because that has enough pulling power to move people and their luggage, but it can also return an impressive 64.2 miles per gallon. There's an even thriftier 1.5 litre diesel called the 1160, which has 114 horsepower and can return 68.9 miles per gallon, but it can feel a little bit sluggish at times, especially if you start to load it up with 7 people. If you often drive shorter distances or want a car with a sportier feel, you might be interested in the 218i, which comes with the Mini Cooper engine with 136 brake horsepower, or the 220i, which gets 192 bhp, and both of those engines can return between 45 and 50 mpg. As you'd probably have guessed, the BMW 2 Series Grand Tourer doesn't come in cheap, with the entry-level 218i SE model costing from £24,710. That makes it more expensive than the Citroën Grand C4 Picasso at 20 grand, but puts it on more of a level playing field with the £22,000 Volkswagen Touran and the 25 grand Ford S-Max. Also, this BMW does counter with strong kit levels and excellent running costs. If you wanted a luxury 7-seater before now, your only choice was a big SUV. But the Grand Tourer changes that. It has a really upmarket interior and impressive performance. Thanks to its advanced engines and slippery shape, it's also a lot more economical than a traditional 4x4, and even in this range-topping 220d xDrive, we've regularly been seeing more than 50 mpg on most trips. Its styling might not quite have the wow factor of an SUV, but if it's a luxury MPV you're after, then look no further. But could you see your family piling into the back of this Grand Tourer? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button. To inquire about this car, click on the button, and to watch more video reviews like this one, click on the links on screen now.